Okay, hey, how's it going? My name is Lockie, this is Costa Football. Tonight, Spain, Zambia. Certainly one of the most, the biggest, in terms of gulf of class between the two teams. This is as big as it gets, at least in terms of rankings, I guess you can say. Of course, nothing against Zambia as a team. They are certainly heading into this game as underdogs. And look, if they get any sort of result here, it would be a massive story. But Spain, who were very convincing in their first game against Costa Rica, are certainly favourites in this one. How are you guys going? What's going on? This one is set to kick off. Another very strong lineup for Spain. A couple of changes from Spain compared to their Costa Rica game. We did a live watch-along for their Costa Rica game last week. One of the best performances in the tournament so far. Alexis Putellas starts. So Putellas starts, which is a big story. Caldente comes into the side as well. Esther Gonzalez drops out also. It's Jenny Hermoso who we expect to start at the top. But we are about to kick off in Auckland. Here we go. This is, I think, Game 4 in Auckland. I'm pretty sure it's Game 4. We had New Zealand, Norway here. What else did we have here? We had New Zealand, Norway. We had USA, Vietnam played in Auckland at Eden Park. I think it was Italy, Argentina was played here. So this, for memory, is number 4, which is currently the stadium across Australia and New Zealand, which has hosted the most games so far. Charlie's in the chat. Charlie Tyson saying 9-0 to Spain. Charlie Pinder's in the chat as well. Valhoons as well says, I think 5+ goals for Spain. Well, it's funny to say that, Valhoon. Of course, as we know, in Zambia's first group stage game, they lost 5-0 to Japan. And Japan picked up a very positive result once again today against Costa Rica from this group. Japan won that game 2-0 earlier this afternoon. So looking at these teams, man, this is a game that Spain, if they win, then we know exactly who's going through from this group. And it is Spain who have already started pretty strong in this game so far. Oh, lid's on. So Zambia will be hoping to turn things around after that disappointing loss against Japan. They're without Masonda, one of their players who received the red card in that Japan game. But this is a big one for Spain, a win here, and it will be Japan and Spain. The first two teams confirmed for the knockout stage from Group C. Group A is really nicely balanced heading into the final match day. We were live yesterday for New Zealand, Philippines, which was a thrilling game. Philippines picking up a big 1-0 win, a historic 1-0 win, their first win of the Cup. So Group A is an exciting one, and we saw Switzerland and Norway draw 0-0, which puts Norway in a really awkward position. Norway have to win. They have to win against Philippines. Spain with a good chance in the box. That shot's going to go wide for a corner of Putellas. So the way the Group A is balanced, you've got Switzerland on 4 points, and then you've got New Zealand and Philippines both on 3 points. Norway down on 1 point. This is not how anyone would have predicted this group to look heading into the final group stage game. No one would have predicted that. That heading into the final game, it's Norway the only team without a win in that group. It's pretty remarkable. Corner delivery, well delivered. Paredes rose for it. But Zambia can come clear. So Zambia, in their very nice away kit with the white and green. A nice contrast to their copper orange home kit. Pretty good turnout in Eden Park too, by the looks of things. They've been getting strong turnouts. Especially in Auckland. There's been some of the other stadiums that have been lacking a little bit in New Zealand. Troy's here. Says, hi, Lockie. Good to see you doing a watch-along. I'm stuck in emergency. I've been unwell and in pain all day. Dude, sorry to hear that. Hope you're all good, Troy. Wishing you all the best. It should be a good game indeed. And Spain almost with a good chance there. Paraluelo, the youngster, who was very, very good against Costa Rica, wearing the number 18 for Spain. Paraluelo, her shot went skyward. But this is a strong lineup that Spain have named. Rotating things a little bit. So Esther Gonzalez, who started against Costa Rica, she's on the bench. Del Castillo, I think, started against Costa Rica as well. She's on the bench. Those midfielders really impressed against Spain, though. Bonmati in midfield was good. Albeira was good. Good cross. And there's a good chance here. But Zambia will scramble this clear. So unsurprisingly, the opening 5 minutes is certainly being dominated by Spain. Charlie Tyson's a Melbourne City fan. There you go. Norway are gone, I think, says Valherd. Dude, I think so. Like... Will they beat Philippines? There's a good chance that they will. There's a good chance that they will. Philippines are going to have to put in the performance of their lives. They were defensively very solid. Philippines against New Zealand, but Norway have far more firepower. Having said that, though, there was that whole. I don't know if you guys watched the Switzerland-Norway game yesterday. There was that whole drama with Ada Hegerberg, who was named in the starting lineup, and then apparently in like the final sprint in the warm-up, she like injured herself. And then there's a shot of her just like walking down the tunnel just as we're about to kick off. It was crazy. Out of all their players to lose too, you don't want to lose your star striker. So, Zambia with a free kick opportunity here. Long range. The delivery is very poor. And Spain can push. So yeah, in regards to Norway, they're going to need to win, but then they also need... Well, it's interesting they'll definitely be keeping an eye on what's happening in the other game because that will impact what's going on. But I don't know, man. I'm not super confident that Norway will get a win against Philippines. Philippines are, after coming off that big confidence-boosting win against New Zealand, they'll be heading in, to that Norway game with no fear, knowing that potentially a draw could be enough. Potentially a draw. But I'll tell you what, it could well be New Zealand and Switzerland who go through. I've got a feeling it will be Switzerland and New Zealand to go through. I think they might draw. Norway, here's the thing with Norway. Not only do they need to win, but they might need to win. Like if that Switzerland-New Zealand game ends a draw, Norway will need to win by I think 3 or 4 goals. Against Philippines. Ooh, decent chance. Again, cleared away by Zambia. Still looking for their first shot on target. Zambia, this is a nice run. Zambia in with a little chance there, and that's a shot on goal from Banda, the striker. Banda, great run. And she did well to hold off Andres there. Got around Paredes, got the shot on goal. That's the sort of adventure that we want to see from these underdog teams, And we know before this tournament, it was Zambia who picked up a huge upset win against Germany in a friendly 3-2. So they've done it before. They've defeated the big European sides before. Long ball over the top is nicely weighted. Pateas looking to feed it. Teammate Hermoso. Jenny Hermoso back for Caldente. Spain building. Long range hit. Oh, what a hit. What a goal. Spain hit the lead, and that was a cracker. What a strike. What a hit from Albeira. Oh my gosh, what a goal. That flew into the top corner. That's one of the goals of the tournament. What a hit. What a goal. Spain take the lead under 10 minutes. Albeira has just scored one of the goals of the tournament. Caldente kept it in. Hermoso involved in the build-up. Peteas. It was nice play. Oh my gosh, what a goal. Dude, I don't know, man. Brazil scored a very nice team goal the other night, but that's goal of the tournament for me so far. That's remarkable. Perfect power and perfect placement. It was just speared into that top corner. No chance for the goalkeeper. No chance. Good goal indeed, Joshy. Good goal, mate, indeed. Wow, what a hit. What a hit. So, and Josh just before asked, you think Zambia have a chance? Well, look, I mean, they did have a shot on target a moment ago. I don't think Zambia will win this game. Spain will win, but I'd like to see Zambia get a goal, get on the score sheet. We saw Spain absolutely just dominate Costa Rica. They were just too strong for Costa Rica, and Costa Rica had nothing in that game. I'd like to see a bit more of a competitive display here from Zambia. And they need a result here, Zambia. They need a result. It's a massive test, though. Spencer's here, says, G'day, Lockie, not tuning in from the Fan Fest in Brizzy, but should be back there on Friday. Karma Tilly's tomorrow night, that's right. And we're going to be live in just over 24 hours. 20, I'm doing the maths, 26 hours. Just under 26 hours, we're going to be live for Australia v Nigeria. Wow, I almost forgot who we were playing. Big concerns for Australia too. In case you missed it earlier today, Mary Fowler and Ivy Lewick injured. Concussion. Both have concussions. Apparently were picked up in separate incidents. And that's a massive loss for Australia, especially Mary Fowler, considering that she was really brought into the team to replace Sam Kerr. So there's a bit of concern now, especially up front for the Matildas. And it's curious to see who will come in. A lot of people suggesting that Alex Chidiac could get her start here. Oh my God, says Norway got like 0 points in the group. They could well end there. Imagine that if they do end on 0 points. Sorry, on 1 point. They, of course, picked up a point against Switzerland. But it'll be interesting to see how Norway go against Philippines, man. Philippines playing with confidence. That's right, Josh. Caitlin Ford, our only striker now. We're running out of numbers up front, and it's really concerning. It's really concerning, and especially, I mean, it's I guess given the situation and the injuries, it just looks a lot worse. The fact that Tony Gustafsson picked Kaya Simon. You know, obviously we had no idea that we'd be picking up these injuries, but the one striker that we have in backup is injured in Kaya Simon, right? And look at all the players that were left out, you know, from that provisional squad that were left out. Emily Gilnick, Remy Simpson, Amy Sayer. Players who could contribute in attack, and we don't have them in the squad. Oh, it's a good delivery, Hermoso. That is too easy for Spain. 2-0. 2-0. Lovely cross. Where was the marking? Where was the defense from Zambia? It was absent. That was too easy for Spain. And Sakala, the goalkeeper from Zambia, just looks absolutely bemused. Hermoso heading it home. Absolute class from Spain, indeed. Nicely played. And Peteas, how good was that? Dude, the delivery from Peteas, just to like lift that to the far post, perfectly weighted. Made the run, and that cross was inch perfect there. She saw the space. Where is the marking though? How do you just lose your striker so easily? You can't do that against Spain. I mean, she's completely unmarked at the far post in regular play. That's some of the worst defending that you'll see at the tournament. And if you're going to defend like that, this could be a big one. This could be a big one for Spain. They only scored 3 against Costa Rica, even though they had like 46 shots or something like that. They've started strongly here. 2 goals in the first 14 minutes. Paraluelo down the right-hand side for Spain. They look like they're in the mood tonight. Albera goes short. Oh, it's a nice flick on, but that'll roll through to Sakala. If Philippines win, can they make it? Yes, absolutely, Josh. Absolutely. Even if Philippines, oh, do they? If they draw, do they make it? I think if they draw, they could make it too. Yeah, if Philippines even draw and New Zealand lose against Switzerland, then Philippines are through. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll be live for that one. We're going to be live for all of the match day 3 games, the simultaneous kickoffs, because it's just going to be crazy. It's going to be, that Group A is going to be so fascinating to watch next. I think that's taking place on either Sunday or Monday. Either Sunday or Monday. Let me double check actually. I think it's Sunday. Yeah, it is. Sunday is when those matches get underway. We'll be live for that one for sure. Because that's really fascinating looking at the way that group's shaping up. I mean, it really could be anyone, you know? And that's what you want from your groups, right? You want it to be really open heading into that final group stage game. Blake in the chat, how's it going? Do you think Ireland will win today? I think Ireland have a great chance to get a result today against Canada. I think Canada will be favourites in Perth tonight, but I'm curious to see, you know, how Ireland go. They were defensively really, really sound against Australia. They frustrated Australia. And they'll do the same against Canada. And look, Canada struggled to break down Nigeria in their first group stage game. And they're going to have a really tough task breaking down Republic of Ireland. So there is an opportunity for Republic of Ireland to grab a win here if they stick to their game plan, defend out, and then really utilize the counterattack to get forward, create opportunities late on in the game. I think if Ireland do win, it's going to come from a late goal in the final 10 minutes. But it's going to be all about staying switched on for at least the first half, because Canada will have more possession for sure and will be looking more dangerous. Okay. Oh, good ball over the top. The flag has stayed down, and Spain have numbers, but it's going to roll through to Sakala. Spain, though, so dangerous, man. We can't take our eyes off this one, just because every time they're in possession, you just never know what's going to happen. That's a mistake, though, at left back by Carmona. So Zambia win a throw-in in the opposition half. Weddle's in the chat says, I'm going to Canada v Ireland soon in Perth. Weddle, I hope you enjoy the game, my friend. It should be a good one, and I'd expect a really solid turnout as well in Perth for that one. Two strong sides in Canada and Ireland. So yeah, Ireland's second game of the tournament too. Did Jenny Hermoso just blow her nose? Oh my God, I'd never seen that on a football pitch. Jenny Hermoso just blew her nose in like a tissue. That's incredible. I've never seen that. I've never seen a player just have a tissue and blow their nose in the pitch. That's hilarious. Second game being played in Perth tonight. First one was Denmark, China the other week. And that'll be the third and final game for this match day. Canada, Ireland. So Zambia. What have they got in response to these 2 goals that Spain have scored in quick succession? And there is a pause in proceed. Oh, there's an injury. Banda is down with an injury for Zambia. Going to be there on crutches. Oh man. Hope getting in's all right for you, mate. Hope you're doing all right. You think Australia stand a chance against Spain? Asks Josh. Josh, it's a good question. If Australia were to take on Spain, which I don't think could happen until the final, if I remember the bracket correctly. I don't think there's a way that Australia can take on Spain until the final or third place match. Because they're on like opposite sides of the bracket, for memory. So, in a magic, in an alternative universe where I shouldn't say alternative universe, it could happen in this universe, of course, that Australia and Zambia go to the final. Spain will be huge favourites. Spain have already showed that they are in great form at the moment, playing well, scoring goals at will. It's going to be tough. I think if Australia are going to defeat Spain, they need Sam Kerr. Australia need to be at full strength to have any chance of beating Spain, in my opinion. It's going to be tough. It's going to take one of the all-time great Australian performances. Australia played Spain in a friendly last year, and we lost 7-0. I remember doing a live watch-along for that one, and it was just goal after goal by Spain. But having said that, the squad is very different now to what it was back then. Ronan says, I can see Ireland pulling off an upset. Yeah, I think there's a chance. I think there's a good chance. I think Canada, who are a little bit shaky in front of goal against Nigeria, if Ireland just defend out and take their chances when they get them, we could see an Ireland win, which then makes it really interesting in Group B. Really, really interesting. You would have Ireland on 3 points, Canada, Nigeria on 1. And then you got Australia, who a win for them against Nigeria could take them into the knockout stage. So as an Australian fan, you're really excited to see how that game goes tonight between Canada and Canada and Ireland, because depending on the results, it could be favorable for Australia. I think even a draw might be okay for Australia. Hey, Paraluelo on the ball for Spain. She loses out. But Spain, they regain the ball so quickly, Spain as well. They've had so much possession already this game. So much possession. Let's have a look at the possession stats, actually, as we're 21 minutes into the game. 79% to Spain. 79. McCabe matchup is always fiery, says Ronan. Katie McCabe, she's key for Ireland, isn't she? One of their best players. If not Ireland's best player, full stop. Zambia have managed one shot on target so far this game. And it was a good move as well from Banda. Aside from that, though, they haven't quite had the opportunities. Zambia. Oh, she's still going, Banda. Oh, my gosh. It's a committed run. The ball's hit her in the face, and she's gone down to the ground. We are playing on, but Banda has absolutely took one to the face, and she's still down. And will Spain play the ball out here? He's going to be paused anyway. It looked like it just hit her in the face. We hope she's all right. That was a strong run, though, from Banda, who was really committed. Did it hit her face? Must have. Anyway, XUSM in the chat. How's it going, mate? So good to see all you guys tuning in for this one. This Group C clash. An important one here for Zambia. They need to get a result, some sort of result. It's going to take a big effort from them too. Already down 2 goals in this first half. If you're just tuning in, Albera scored one of the goals of the tournament. And then Jenny Hermoso scored with a header. Which team do you support in the Women's World Cup? There, as you can see behind me, got the Australian flag hanging up. Of course, the mighty Matildas. Ireland's best centre-back in doubt for the game, says Blake. It's not good news for Ireland. Their defence will be crucial. Against Canada. They'll need to be at full strength. Patea's on the ball. What can she do here? Carmona from left back. Delivery's all right. It's going to fall for Pateas, not the not the player you want to receive the ball if you're an opposition player. Ooh, almost a shaky pass at the back there. "24 minutes in, Spain 2, Zambia 0. Spain, 5 goals scored in this tournament already. Just 24 minutes into this second group stage game. 3 against Costa Rica, 2 here already. The final group stage game will be interesting. Spain will be coming up against a Japan side who are really going to challenge them. Japan. I accidentally combined Spain and Japan to say Japan. Japan scored 5 goals against Zambia and 2 today against Costa Rica. So Japan have been good in front of goal. Have been really, really good in front of goal so far. I'd be really curious to see how they go coming up against Spain. So, X, you're a Kiwi supporter. We were live yesterday for New Zealand, Philippines. Bit of a rough one. Bit of a rough result for the New Zealand fans yesterday in Wellington. Of course, the football Ferns, still with a great chance. Still with a great chance to get through. But they need a good performance against Switzerland, which is going to be tough. And I'm sure they'll have a packed house in Dunedin for that one. Oh, here's Banda for Spain, and she takes a strike that goes wide. Zambia, another good opportunity there. Moved up the pitch with pace from that throw-in. It was nicely worked by Katongo, who drove it forward and laid it into the path of Banda, and her shot just couldn't quite catch that correctly. The technique wasn't there for Banda. Valhin says, I see Garang going to the Dutch league. Yeah, it seems to be all but confirmed. Garang Kowal going on loan to the Eredivisie from Newcastle United, which looks like a pretty good league for him to go to. In terms of like the level and the environment, I think it'll work well for him. I think it will. Are you going to any Matildas games? I was at the first one. Did a vlog for that one. It's on the channel if you want to check it out. My vlog for Australia v Ireland. And we're doing watch-alongs for the 2 other games in Brisbane and Melbourne. And we'll be live for any knockout games, of course, that they do. I am indeed going to a semi-final as well. That is true. So Zambia win a free kick here in a good position. Banda's been very, very good. And it was Carmona who committed the foul. So Spain being tested here at the back. Mapepa for Spain. Set to take this free kick. They haven't committed too many numbers forward, Zambia. There's only 4 players in the box. But this is a good chance. These set pieces will be crucial for Zambia. Mapepa to whip this in with a left boot. What an opportunity this is for Zambia to score their first goal of the tournament and their first goal at a Women's World Cup. The delivery is very deep and it's going to sail out of play. That's not the delivery that Zambia were hoping for. That was a good opportunity there for Zambia, but that was way too much whip and height on that delivery from Mapepa. Ball over the top. Spain on the attack now. Paraluelo. Pateas goes back to Alberta. Good to see Pateas starting. Of course, coming back from that ACL injury she suffered last year. winning the Champions League with Barcelona. Nice play. Carmona, she's just kept that in. And the delivery towards Hermosa's good. Brought down for Bonmati, and her strike is just dragged wide there for Spain. Decent chance. Julian's in the chat. Says, good evening, Lockie. How have you been today? Julian, thanks for checking in as always. I've been very, very good. Had a lovely day and ready here to enjoy this one. And, of course, Canada Island coming up later tonight as well. We've been going live almost every single day of this tournament for these live watch-alongs, and tomorrow is a big one. We're doing 2 live watch-alongs tomorrow. We are doing 2 because we have got 2 giant games on tomorrow. We'll be live in the morning for USA v Netherlands, which is an absolutely monumental group stage matchup. Netherlands looked very strong in their first group game against Portugal. They got a comfortable win there in the end, and USA, strong win against Vietnam. So, look, dude, USA, though, they were a little bit wasteful in front of goal. I'm very curious to see how they go against Netherlands. It's going to be a real proper test for them early in this tournament. 2 teams looking to go deep at this cup. So we're going to be live for that one in the morning. And then, of course, we are going live for Australia v Nigeria, which is going to be the big one. Going to be the big one. Josh asks, what are you having for dinner? We've got some pasta lined up. Anyone got any football snacks with them now? Let me know in the chat. Drop them in the chat. What's your snack of choice for this game? Or beverage of choice? Some replays of the Spain goals that they're showing right now. 2 lovely goals. 2 wonderful goals for Spain. Zambia, it's Banda who looks like she might be coming off with this injury. Some concern around the player who looks like she's leaving the field for good here. So Zambia are going to be making a first half change here. Their defensive midfielder going off. Oh, nice from Hermoso, just losing it. Mariner sees in the chat, hey, hello, mate. Just joined to have it in the background while I play FIFA. No worries. I love that idea. I love the vibes of that. Of like having a stream on and then just like playing some FIFA. I love the multitasking. Very good. That's awesome. Chicken stir fry. Nice, man. Chicken stir fry. Chicken stir fry. Hope you guys are all doing well. Wherever you're tuning in from around the world. Of course, plenty of Aussie viewers, but we've had viewers from all over the place. The US, across Europe, Africa, New Zealand. We love our New Zealand viewers as well. We've been back in New Zealand in this tournament. We want to see New Zealand do well. Julian's got the pizza right now. Homemade, dude. Homemade pizza hits different. I'll tell you what. I almost prefer homemade pizza over buying takeaway pizza, you know what I mean? Jessica's in the chat as well. Says, hey, Lockie, how's the game? Hey, Jessica, good to see you here. Game's going pretty well so far. It's 2-0 to Spain. 2 lovely goals by Spain. But Zambia with a couple half opportunities here and there. So it's actually been pretty competitive up to this point. But it's going to take a big effort for Zambia to bounce back from this. Carmona shifting forward from left back. Zambia clear once again. Clearance stats already racking up for the African nation. Battle moving inside for Spain. And a long-range hit is going to roll through to the keeper. Jessica's got the KFC. Just didn't want to cook. No worries, Joshy. Spencer's on the burrito, dude. You guys are making me hungry. I could go for a burrito right now. Julian says, I also normally watch these streams and play FIFA as well while watching them, while having the match on silent on my computer. I love that. I love that you guys multitask. It's actually really interesting to hear about like the different contexts in which you guys watch the stream. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Offside flag has stayed down here on Mapepa for Zambia, who's in a good position. The pass inside wasn't ideal, but Zambia still can win the ball back if they want to. Good to see Zambia. They've been pushing players forward when they do get on the attack, which is absolutely not what we saw from Costa Rica. Costa Rica have been very poor at this tournament, very defensive. Very little ambition to get forward. Zambia have won it on the left wing. Again, they're breaking forward here. Banda, who's been heavily involved, the number 11. Good chance here. Centering ball goes wide. Mapepa recovers for Zambia. And Paraluelo can poke that away. Spain can counter here. Spain can counter. Oh, look at the space in the middle of the park. How is there so much space? Spain could really go for it here if they want to, but they're taking their time. They're taking their time. This is bizarre. There's like so much space right now. But Spain, I have no intention of going with pace. And Spain have a corner here. Cameron's here as well. How's it going, Cameron? Hope you're enjoying your Wednesday. Ronan's got the stream on the phone, the match on the TV. Love it. Love it. Charlie says, just came back from dinner. I was shocked of the score. 2 goals already for Spain. Hey, not too many games where we've seen first half goals, but Spain getting their 2 goals early here. There's another player down here for Zambia. It is Tembo, the left back. Bit of concern here. She stayed on the floor. It was a bizarre one too, because she blocked the cross. All it looked like is she blocked the cross, but she doesn't seem well as well. She's getting treated on the field now. Who's your favourite for the World Cup? In my predictions video that I did, I said USA would win, but I'm not confident on that anymore. I think USA will go far, but I don't know if they'll win. I honestly think Spain or Germany will win. Yeah, Germany was so good the other night against Morocco. We'll be live for that one on Monday. Yeah, Germany was so good. So I think they will go far. The final, could be something like Spain-Germany, Wow, Julian says on career mode, Privic went to Al Nassr. Wow. JS, who do you have in USA Netherlands? I think it's gonna be a close game. I tell you what, I'm gonna go draw. I'm gonna go 2-2 draw. I'm gonna go 2-2 draw. I think Netherlands looks really good against Portugal. I think there'll be a really tough test for the US. I'm gonna go 2-2. I reckon US Netherlands draw. Cameron says, seems Spain might be contenders and Matildas are struggling with injuries. Indeed, Spain are definitely contenders. Have they just made another change there, Zambia? Have they made another change, or is that the sub that they were trying to make earlier? Can't keep track anymore. Let's have a look. Is that 2 first half subs for Zambia already? I think it is, dude. It is. So Zambia have been forced into 2 first half substitutions. It's Banda and Mapepa who have come off. 2 midfielders. So that's a bit concerning for Zambia. And Hermoso has put it in the back of the net, but that's surely offside. Surely offside. That was weird that she played on there. That was very blatantly offside. Very clearly offside. A bit concerned about the Tilly's injuries, though, hey. Of course, as we heard this morning, Mary Fallon, Ivy Lewick out for Australia for the Nigeria game tomorrow, which is not what we wanted at all. Not what we wanted at all. Seven minutes or so remaining in the first half. There will be a decent chunk of injury time added on. We've had a couple injuries for Zambia and a couple of goals to Spain. Spain have as many substitutions this half as Zambia have as many substitutions this half as Spain do goals. So, but to be fair on Zambia, they've defended well for the last 15, 20 minutes. Spain really haven't had a clear-cut chance for a little while. They've been holding on all right. Patelis feeding Carmona on the left. Loses the ball. Spain looking for that quick counter-attack, and I like it. Bender's playing. Look at it. Look at her flying through Bender there. And she's won the corner here. Has she committed the foul? Ivana Andres went down, the captain. But Banda is looking so dangerous tonight for Zambia, and if they're going to get themselves back in this game, it's going to be off the back of the work from Banda, who's been very lively this first half. So, corner is worked short. And that's gone out of play. Unfortunate from Zambia. Cameron asks, Lockie, who do you have for Canada, Ireland? I think 3-1 to Ireland would be a big result for Ireland. I can't see Ireland scoring 3 goals, especially against Canada. I do see Ireland getting a win. But if they do, it'll be a 1-0. It'll be a 1-0. Canada struggled to score against Ireland. They struggled to break down Nigeria in their first game. So they're going to struggle against... Canada will struggle against Republic of Ireland because Australian fans will know, as good as anyone else, that Nigeria are very strong in defence. So I'm really fascinated to see how that game plans out. I could see it ending 1-0 to Ireland. I could see them defending out and grabbing that winning goal late on. That's how I see it playing out, actually. Yeah. What's my age? Funnily enough, we were talking about that in the other stream. Spencer's guessing 27. Spencer, I think you... Were you here when I told you guys my actual age? It is indeed 27. Hermoso. Bonatti for Spain. Caldente. Carmona. Spain knocking it around. They've got players in space. Paraluelo. Pateas. Patient build-up. Cleared away for a throw. Not long to go. Are you going to the 2026 FIFA World Cup? I would love to go. Love to go. Haven't planned anything. Still a long time away, hey. Still a long way away. Banda, good run. Oh, she's gone down. That's a huge penalty shot. It's a corner, but Banda is down. That's a huge penalty shot for Zambia. The challenge from Paredes. Let's have a look at the replay. That was a great challenge. What a tackle from Paredes. She went sliding in. It was risky, but she wins the ball. That's a superb challenge from Spain's centre-back. What a tackle. What a great challenge. So, it will be a corner, though, for Zambia late on in the half. A goal here would be massive for Zambia to finish off this half, to set them up for a dream comeback in the second. Charlie says, I have a feeling that Zambia will come back. They've shown it. They've shown enough signs in this first half to indicate that they could. They could at least score a goal, man. Spain haven't conceded this tournament so far, and Zambia haven't scored a goal this tournament so far. But this is a good corner opportunity. They need a good delivery here. The set pieces haven't been great so far for Zambia. Let's see if they can improve here. I think it's going to be Lungu with the delivery for Zambia. That's better. Good area. Headed away. It's going to come back in. The long-range hit wasn't the right one. Again, just really, really poor technique there from Bellemou, the right back. Are you still working with the Mariners media? No, Cameron. No, I left the Mariners last year. So, it has been Spain dominating the passes, dominating the possession. But Zambia, absolutely in this one, creating good opportunities. Spain have been creating the better opportunities. Zambia have been creating the better opportunities for the past 15 minutes or so. But here's Paraluelo for Spain on the left wing, holding up the ball well, the youngster. Using her strength and winning the throw. Zambia. Good to see that they've really switched on here after conceding those 2 goals in quick succession. Carmona on the ball, though. Her delivery is good. And it's fallen for Bonatti, but she can't control. It's important. It's important that Zambia don't concede a third here, because if they do, that could well be it. Just get into halftime with the scoreline here. Just get into halftime with the scoreline. Regroup. Take the positives out from this first half, because there has been a lot. There's been plenty of positives. And then go again in the second. Albera. Paredes for Spain. Battle. Spain, patient in the ball late on in this first half. I'm going to say we have like 4 minutes of injury time. Couple injuries, couple goals. Paraluelo wins the throw. Injury time, 6 minutes of injury time. Wow, okay. 6 minutes, so that's plenty of time for something that happened here late on in the first period. What's on Matilda's match prediction? Well, funnily enough, my match prediction video came out last night, so you can check out my full prediction if you want. But I'm backing an Australian win, but it won't be convincing. I think if Australia do win, it will be 2-1. I should also preface that video by saying that the video was made before the Mary Fowler news came out this morning. So, funnily enough, I speak a lot in that video, my predictions video, about Mary Fowler and how she can influence the game, but she unfortunately won't be involved tomorrow against Nigeria, which is concerning. The first of 6 minutes of injury time have been played. 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Hey, stick around for halftime. We are going to be playing griddle. We are going to be playing griddle at halftime here on the stream. For those that don't know, griddle is an A-League player guessing game where you have to like guess. It's sort of like it's like the grid. It's a grid thing. Sort of like you might have seen there's like a Premier League one. Or there's one for like European leagues where you have to like guess the player. There's an A-League version of that. So we're going to give that a try. I've done it for the last couple of days, and the new round is out now, and we're going to play it live on stream, which should be fun. So stick around for that, ladies and gentlemen. Very excited to jump into that again. And our record's been okay. In the first one we did, we got 100%, got 9 out of 9. The second one we did it on stream yesterday as well. We got 8 out of 9. I slipped on Andrew Durante. I thought Andrew Durante had at least 2 red cards for Wellington Phoenix, and he amazingly didn't. He only had the one across 10 years at Wellington, which I thought was pretty remarkable. Pretty remarkable. So we'll see how we go today in today's griddle, which we'll be playing at halftime here on the stream. Where did you find griddle? Is it a website? It is indeed. The website is griddlegame.com. Griddlegame.com. That's GRIDAL. Griddle. I believe it's spelled like that. It's like called that because it's like grid and then AL is meant to be like A-League, I think. Griddle. Made by the lovely folks over at Ultimate A-League. So we'll be pulling that up and playing that shortly. So, less than 3 minutes remaining in injury time. Spain in control of possession later on here. Is there a third goal in the works here for Spain to finish off the half? Which would make it incredibly difficult for Zambia to come back. So it's pretty crucial that Zambia at least just hold on here, at least keep it at 2. Cameron says, I think Adelaide need to make some signings to be serious contenders next year. I don't think they need to do too much just because they haven't had too many departures, Adelaide. I think Adelaide are in a great position to have a strong season next year. They're one of the few teams in the A-League that haven't had many departures, aside from one day, George Blackwood. So they're looking good, I think, Adelaide. I don't think there's too much work that they need to do, to be honest. They've re-signed some good players in Cavallo, Jovanovic, Luke Dazelle. These guys are re-signed. No major players have departed, so it's a strong team entering once again for Adelaide. So Adelaide should be top 4 again next year in the A-League, I'm saying. A minute and a half left. Throw is short for Hermoso. Inside the box. Jenny Hermoso. She's going to shoot, but that's blocked. Paraluelo, left wing. Good chance to deliver here. The cross is all right. And it's going to fall in the box. Oh, what a save. It was right at her, but Bon Marty's strike was well saved there by Sakala. Minute remaining in injury time. Batsel's delivery. Cleared away. Alberto poking it forward. It's back and forth here. Zambia win the ball, and can they make one more break here? Banda, who's caused issues for Spain today, on the ball. Taken on Andres. Still going here. Banda, she's in the corner. And that's definitely gone out for a Spain throw, unfortunately, for Zambia. So seconds ticking by here. We're going to play Griddle at halftime, so make sure you stick around for that. And we'll do a bit of Q&A in the chat as well, so feel free to jump in the chat at halftime. Chat about some of the games coming up tomorrow as well, and across the few days coming up. Halftime. Spain 2, Zambia 0. Strong performance so far from Spain, but Zambia have been brave. Zambia have been brave and have had their chances. Banda, the striker, has been fantastic for Zambia, looking very dangerous. And I'm excited for the second half. This is absolutely open in the second half for a Zambia comeback, but it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a big performance, I reckon. All right, we are going to pull up Griddle here in just a second. And we're gonna play this live on stream. If you don't know about Griddle, it's a A-League guessing game, and it's a good chance for me to test my A-League knowledge. So we're gonna pull it up on stream here and get this one ready to go. There's our Griddle. There's our Griddle. So here we go. We are playing Griddle live on stream here for another day, and so while I play, I have a rule now that I'm not going to read the chat. So I'm not going to read the chat while I'm playing, just in case anyone's dropping any sneaky answers in there. I don't want to influence my performance for the game or anything. So some interesting ones here as well. As we can see, Sydney Mariners, that should be pretty easy. Perth, Wanderers, and then some interesting stats here. 125 plus games started and 5,000 minutes played plus, which is a lot. It's a good. How many games would that be? Someone run the math, but I don't know off the top of my head how many games that would be. But let's start off with Sydney Mariners. That should be a very easy one. Let's go Anthony Caceres. Anthony Caceres. There we go. Caceres started his A-League career at the Mariners, now at Sydney FC. We'll stick with this one. We'll keep going. I like going through the columns, going straight up and down. 125 games plus started for the Mariners. Let's go John Hutchinson. He should have that many, right? John Hutchinson surely has at least that many. Yep, 195 games for John Hutchinson. And then for Mariners Wanderers, there's probably many players who have played for Mariners and Wanderers. We'll go Andrew Redmayne. We'll go Andrew Redmayne there. Mariners was Andrew Redmayne's first A-League club. A player who's played for both Perth Glory and Sydney FC. I tell you what, I might leave that one. I sort of want to get the 5,000 minutes one out of the way, just because that's going to be tough. A player who's played at least 5,000 minutes for Sydney FC. I mean, you'd probably say Alex Broska's up there. Alex Wilkinson has had many appearances for Sydney FC. Over 5,000? Over 5,000, though? We'll go Alex Wilkinson. Surely, right? Surely, Wilco. There we go. Oh, yeah, easy. Over 16,000, man. 16,000. A player who has had... well, you imagine this should be pretty easy. 125 games started. 5,000 minutes played. Let's go Topper Stanley. Topper Stanley is the easy one. Right up there when it comes to appearances. Look at that. Over 33,000 minutes played. 369 games started. Easy answer there, Nikolai Topper Stanley. And we'll tick off the one. Ooh, okay, this is an interesting one. So Wanderers, 5,000 minutes plus for the Wanderers. Okay, this is an interesting one. So, I was trying to think a player who would have been at Wanderers for like a decent amount of time. Like what? I don't know off the top of my head like how many games roughly 5,000 minutes is. Like 90. Is it 100 games? Or is it, no, it's like less than 100 games, right? Wanderers 5,000 minutes. We're going to come back to that. Perth Glory, Wanderers. Let's go Jack Clisby. We can go Jack Clisby there. For Sydney and Perth Glory. Sydney FC and Perth Glory. There's probably a few, eh? Jacob Tratt. Jacob Tratt's the first one that comes to mind for some reason. There we go. 125 games plus started for Perth Glory. There'd be heaps, right? Who's played a lot of games for Glory? Man? Why am I blanking on this? I don't know. I don't know if Diego Castro played that many games for Perth Glory. I don't know why I'm thinking Diego Castro. There's surely some big ones I'm missing. There's got to be some big ones I'm missing there. Okay, these two are stumping me a little bit. So these two are stumping me. The 125 plus games for Perth. Oh, there'd be... hang on. It tells us how many answers we got. 3. That's why it's tricky, dude. That's why it's tricky. There's only 3... That's pretty remarkable, actually. There's only 3 players who have played over 125 games for Perth. 3, dude. Okay, I got to be really careful with that one. It could be someone like Jacob Burns. Could be Jamie Harnwell. Who played a lot of games in the early years. Who else would be there? Josh Risdon, maybe? I don't know if he was there for long enough, though. Gosh. And there's only 7 for bottom right. Which is Wanderers 5,000 plus minutes. So it's not a lot either. Okay, this is going to be tricky. 5,000 minutes. 5,000 minutes. I mean, who's a goalkeeper who's been at Wanderers for a decent amount of time? Ante Kovic. Ante Kovic is probably a shout. I'm not super confident, though. I mean, how many years was Kovic there for? He was there for at least the first couple of years, I think. I'm going to go Ante Kovic. If it's... no one else is coming to mind, to be honest. Ante Kovic, surely. There we go. Okay, we got there. We got Kovic. So one more. Can we get 100%? Can we get 100% record in this game? The two that came to mind for 125 games plus started for Perth Glory was Jamie Harnwell and Jacob Burns. There's only 3 in total. There's only 3 players in Glory history who have played over 125 games. Jacob Burns and Josh Risdon was the other one, but I'm not confident. I'm not confident with Josh Risdon playing that many games. I feel like there's some key ones that I'm missing. I'm gonna be kicking myself when I find out who the 3 are. I'll tell you what. The one who's really standing out to me is Jacob Burns. Jacob Burns is standing out. I'm gonna go Jacob Burns here for Glory. I'm not mad confident, but we're just gonna go for it. Jacob Burns. Oh no! Oh dude, it was close to 113. Oh gosh. Jamie Harnwell says football highlights. Jamie Harnwell. Ruben went for Santa Lab bottom right, but he only played for 4,200 minutes. Jamie Harnwell. Let's have a look. I'll pull it up on Ultimate A-League here. Let's Jamie Harnwell. Is there a way to... Let's see if we can pull up here how many the top appearance holders for Perth Glory. Goodness me. All players. Games played. Oh, it's started. The stat is started, isn't it? It's games started. Andy Keogh, are those starts? This is just for games played. Let me change the angle here a little bit so you guys can see this a bit better. Oh my gosh, Andy Keogh is the one. So check this out. I'll make myself smaller. 1 second. Check this out. There we go. That'll do. So Andy Keogh could have been one. This isn't starts though, but he probably did start that many games. Andy Keogh. Liam Reddy was probably a fair shout. Liam Reddy was definitely a fair shout. Chris Harold, Josh. I was thinking Risdon, man. I was thinking Risdon. Diego Castro. I didn't mention him, but I didn't think he'd be up there. Where was who did I mention? Jamie Harnwell. Where's Jamie Harnwell? Oh, there he is. 110. So Harnwell wouldn't have counted. Interesting, man. Interesting. So there you go. We've got our graphics there as well. So an interesting game of griddle there, just to show the results in the end one more time. Here's how we performed in the end. We slipped on the middle tile. Jacob Burns coming in close for Perth Glory, but not quite there in the end, unfortunately. That's okay. We bounce back and we'll play it again tomorrow. We will play it again tomorrow I'll tell you what, we'll play it tomorrow in our Australia-Nigeria stream tomorrow, so that'll be fun. All right. What else are we saying here? Used Reddy for bottom center. Yeah, Reddy would have worked. Liam Reddy is going to be a great answer in this game too, because he can work like in so many spots. Like Liam Reddy could have worked for Sydney Mariners. Liam Reddy could have worked for Mariners Wanderers. Liam Reddy could have worked for Sydney Perth. Yeah, man. Yeah, how'd you guys go in today's game? Risdon worked for centre. Risdon would have worked for the middle one. Games of Mariners, yep, it definitely could have been Vukovic. The Mariners ones are obviously easy. I find personally the easiest ones being a Mariners fan. But I slipped on that Perth one, man. That's right, Reddy works everywhere. Reddy works everywhere. Does Reddy... It was Jamie... I looked up, according to the stats, Jamie Harnwell had only made 110 appearances for Glory. So I thought... Football highlights, I would have thought too. It was Jamie Harnwell. Is that right? Well, the stats must be wrong then, if that's the case. So, let's bring the our scoreboard back. Second half is just around the corner here. Spain lead Zambia 2-0. Josh is back. How's it going, mate? Did Jamie McLaren... Cameron, did Jamie McLaren work for middle? I don't think he's had that many appearances for Perth, hey? Jamie McLaren. Josh Risdon. Jacob Burns. I came painfully close too. Like, we were looking for 125 games. He was 12 games off. 12 games off. So, stats are pretty interesting, actually. They just showed the stats for this game, and it's not super skewed to Spain. It's actually pretty even. Ruben's gone 8-7-8 so far on the 3 griddles I've done. Surely I get a 9 eventually. I'm sure you will. 8-7-8, yeah. What are my stats? I think I can pull up my stats here, eh? 8.3. Right, let me show you this here. Oh, where's that? There we go. There's my stats for griddle here, everyone. So got the 2 8s and the 1 9. 2 8s, 1 9. So we made an okay start. McLaren would have worked. Wow. Yeah. Who was the most underrated A-League player this past season? Ooh, good question. The most underrated player this past season. There's probably a few, eh? I think Tommy Michello was pretty underrated. I think Nectar Triantis was underrated for the Mariners. People weren't talking about him enough. He was phenomenal. Storm Rue had a great season for Mariners as well. Who else was underrated? There's probably a few you could look at. Yeah, I mean, Tommy Michello was the first one I thought of, hey. Ooh, top 5 movies. I like it. Not football related, but that's okay. Top 5 movies of all time, in no particular order. And this gives a bit of an indication of me outside of football, if you like. In no particular order, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith, The Dark Knight, what else? Truman Show. And if I had to go one more, I'd probably go Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Let's go another Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. Tom Aldred underrated. Yeah. He was actually quite solid this past season for Brisbane. Overrated play this last season, asks Alex. Ooh. Overrated player. Interesting one. Overrated player. There wasn't really many like overrated players. Oh, actually, no. I'll tell you what. We can go to Melbourne Victory because they really underperformed, didn't they? Let's go Ben Falami. Ben Falami was a player who had a great last season and was terrible in this season that's just finished. He was not good at all. I don't know whether that qualifies as overrated, but yeah. Jason Cummings versus Jamie McLaren. I mean, you gotta go. Dude, as much as I love Jason Cummings, you gotta go McLaren, right? He's the A-League GOAT when it comes to the strikers. The A-League GOAT. Overrated, probably Brimmer. I mean, you could say Brimmer, but I wouldn't, just because he like missed half the season through injury. So I don't know. It feels like a bit harsh. Okay. Here we go. This is maybe I should do streams that are like outside of football stuff. But Alex just asked. Someone asked my top 5 films. I mentioned Lord of the Rings. Alex asked, "What's your opinion on the Amazon Lord of the Rings show?" I actually really enjoyed it. I know it was very the opinions were pretty split on it. I watched it and I really enjoyed it. What's your opinion of the Men's World Cup? Love it. Love the Men's World Cup. Love the Women's World Cup. More football, the merrier. I assume that's what you mean. You're asking just about it in general. Okay. So, both teams are back onto the pitch for the second half. Can Zambia make a dream comeback? We shall see. Here we go. About to kick off here. And we are almost underway. Waiting for them to blow the whistle. There we go. We're underway. We're on the way, of course, on YouTube here. Sometimes a slight delay on the streams, maybe a little bit behind your broadcast, so please do not spoil anything for the viewers in the chat too quickly. But this is nicely set up for the second half. It is 2 goals to Spain, 2-0. But Zambia looked dangerous in the first half. We'll see how they go here in the second. Can they score the first goal at a Women's World Cup? Last question about non-football. No worries, Alex. I don't mind feel free to ask non-football questions. Favorite Lord of the Rings character? Samwise Gamgee. Samwise Gamgee is not only my favorite Lord of the Rings character, but one of my favorite characters in all fiction. Love Sam. Least favorite country? I don't know if I have a least favorite country in the Women's World Cup. I'm a bit too positive when it comes to my content. I shouldn't say too positive. I like to be positive. Spencer says, how fun would a fan league be where all the supporter groups select their best 26 players? Like from supporters? Like, as in, like, it's a football league, but the supporters are players? Aussie's in the chat. How's it going? Says, hi, mate. Has the game been any good so far? It has actually been really good. I mean, Spain, unsurprisingly, have been strong. But Zambia have been dangerous on the counter-attack. They've been very good. So this game is far from over. Definitely far from over. Spain have made 3 substitutions early on here. Battle Pateas and Paraluelo have come off. Redondo, Navarro, and Hernandez are on. So some changes across the park for Spain. And I gather that's no injury concerns. I imagine it's just resting players, right? Just rotating the squad. They probably feel like they're in a pretty comfortable position in Spain. So, Bonmati feeding it through. And Spain have a corner. Caught me off guard with that answer. Alex, who's your favorite Lord of the Rings character? I mean, there's so many good ones, right? It's one of my favorite things about that film trilogy. There's so many good characters. But if I had to pick one, Sam for sure. Got a 3-0 win for Spain. Yeah, it could easily end. We could easily see a couple more goals for Spain. I think it might be more in the end, unfortunately, for Zambia. But corner here. Alberta's delivery's all right. Carmona. And what we learned from the first game is that Carmona, the Spanish left back, has a shot whenever she's within 40 meters of the goal. If she has the ball, she's going to shoot. She's going to shoot. Dude, let's hope Matildas win 10-0 against Nigeria. We'd love that. Banda for Zambia, their striker, was really, really dangerous in that first half. Has a lot of pace. Almost got it in behind on a couple occasions. Still an attack here, Zambia. Heavy touch is cleared away by Hermoso. That's going to be a free kick. A heavy challenge there from Hernandez as a substitute. And Zambia have another set-piece opportunity. They had a handful of set-piece chances in that first half. But the deliveries weren't quite the best. How will the Wellington Phoenix do next season? Nice football highlights. They're a tricky one. I see them going mid-table again, like last season. They'll be competing for fifth and sixth spot for me. I don't think they'll push much higher. They need to sign some quality players. They've lost some decent players. So it's going to be Banded to deliver, going for that far post. Still on here. Katongo is going to let it roll. Let it roll. In fact, it was Kundananji who takes the corner quickly. Gundananji's delivery. Spain deal with it. Spain have been good in defence. They've been tested here. Tested much more in defence compared to the Costa Rica game. And there is a chance breaking through here. It's the substitute Navarro. Navarro, who's waiting for the run of Bonmati, but it's going to go past her. Okay, do you watch the NRL? I don't really watch the... I mean, I watch a little bit casually, but I don't watch it that much. I definitely watch more AFL than NRL, that's for sure. Bonmati in possession. Hermosa's making a good run here. Can't find her. Wayward passes here from Spain, and Zambia can go. Banda's looking for this ball. And dude, what a challenge again. Paredes has been superb. That is her second sliding tackle of the game, and it's perfectly timed again. That was beautiful. Really well done. So Spain can rebuild down the left wing now. Carmona. Hermoso. Jenny Hermoso might be in an offside position there, Navarro. The delivery's good for Bonmati, and that's almost slipped in. Good recovery there from Sakala. Great recovery. That was a little bit nervy. Julian asks, do you think Western United will make finals with the signings we've made so far? Yes. Big yes. Big yes. I think Western United are going to be really dangerous this year. I think Denzaki and Pena are great signings. Donaki's a solid signing. Thurgate. It's been a great transfer window for Western so far. Western will be playing finals football this season for sure. I guess you could consider them a dark horse. Ooh, interesting. Aussie asks, what do you think the result will be between Costa Rica and Zambia? We'll be doing my tipping. If I had to tip one of those, Zambia is going to win for sure. Costa Rica have been very poor this tournament. Very, very poor. Just not showing enough quality in attack, Costa Rica. And Zambia have. Even in this game, Zambia have shown decent signs. I definitely see Zambia winning against Costa Rica. It will be a good game, though. Those two final group stage games for Group C are going to be good because Costa Rica, Zambia. Oh, here's Banda. Her shot's blocked. Comes back in. Spain with a bit of defensive work to do there. In that final group stage game, though, we're also going to see Japan-Spain, which will be a good game. Japan are going to be a really tough test for Spain. That's a good delivery in the header. From Caldente goes wide. Good opportunity. Good opportunity there for Caldente. Decent delivery too from Navarro for Caldente. That header rolls wide. 2-0 to Spain. 2-0 to Spain. They've got the lead on the score sheet, but I'll tell you what, this game's been very even. This game's been very, very even. Spain have been very good in defense. Very solid. Julian says West United have one more international spot left. I reckon they should use it for a new quality centre back with experience. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think they do need one more centre back for sure. Western, one or two more. One or two. This goalkeeper Sakala is going to take this free kick, which is like a solid 30 meters out from a goal. Usually you'd see a centre back take a free kick from that far out. But she's going to send it. Decent ball too. Bunda could get on the end of this. It's going to go out for a throw-in. This duel tonight, Paredes is Navi. This duel from Banda and Paredes has been pretty feisty tonight. Paredes has been winning it so far, but there's a huge shove in the back there from Banda. And Paredes wasn't happy with that one, the Spain defender. So Zambia in possession and midfield. Spain have been a little bit less accurate with their passes in this game compared to the first match against Costa Rica. Another throw-in for Zambia in a good position. Can they create? They need a bit more movement, a bit more, I don't know, a bit more something. But they're looking dangerous. That's a good throw from Banda. But Spain will come away with it again. They really have to be perfect here, Zambia, in their attacking movements if they're going to score. Because at the moment, Spain are looking pretty comfortable when they are defending. This 4-2-3-1 shape for Zambia provides them with a lot of attacking threat when they win the ball back. They've got players who are ready to push up the pitch. And really well won in the middle of the park. Could they keep going here, Zambia? There's a lot of passages of play here where the ball's just sort of like pinging around in the middle of the park between both teams. And there's not much control going on. Julian says, once again about Western United, not sure about Prijovic as well. He hasn't returned to training yet by looking at some of the training videos. Yeah, that's the one I'm curious to see how it works out. Prijovic, who, I mean, there was even rumours this time last year that he was going to leave Western, so I'm curious to see how that pans out with Prijovic and Western United. Caldente, Albera. This is a little bit better now from Spain. They haven't really had many clear-cut chances since the goals in the first half. And again, Zambia clear it up. Banda's going to get to this, so here's a chance for Zambia here. She needs support. Zambia, numbers are arriving. Great chance. Trying to pull the trigger. Still on for Zambia. Edge of the box. Belemu on the right. Can she keep it in? She needs support. She can't keep it in. Great opportunity for Zambia. Spain are going to be tested in this game for the remaining half an hour or so. This is our one and only stream for this match day. We're going to be live for 2 games tomorrow. We're live in the morning for USA v Netherlands, which should be an exciting watch. And then we're going to be live tomorrow night as well for Australia-Nigeria, of course, the big one. Can't wait for it. You'll, if you're not at the game, you're going to want to make sure you're here in the live chat. So Spain are struggling in the second half to break through Zambia. And I'll tell you what, if I had to pick a team who started the brighter in the second half, it probably is the African nation. Spain have just been it's a similar thing that we saw in the Spain-Costa Rica game. It's almost like once they score their goals, they take their foot off the pedal a little bit. And they slow down a little bit more here, Spain. They've got the goals. They just want to maintain this win. So, corner delivery here from Albera is all right towards Hermoso. And that's going to be another corner, you'd imagine. Boston's in the chat, says, hey, Coasty, how's it going, Boston? No worries, Aussie. Spencer asks, hey, Lockie, what hairstyle should I get for the Matildas game tomorrow? Interesting question. I mean, if you want to go all out, just go like diet, not diet, color it green and yellow, green and gold. An hour has been played. Spain still maintaining their 2-goal lead over Zambia here. It's been a really, really solid display from Spain, who have had to do more defensive work in this one compared to their first game. Another substitution for Spain here. Some more rotation. It is Bonmati who's coming off. Another solid game from the midfielder. And Irene Guerrero's coming on for Spain. Spencer should go proper R9 style. A massive M. Maybe like an Australian flag or something. I don't know. Yeah, an M would be cool for Matildas, though. Boston went to Colombia, South Korea. How was it? How was the vibe there? Would have been interesting being at it was like a midday on a Tuesday in Sydney. That would have been a good one, though. Good win for Colombia. Spain, unsurprisingly, dominating the possession stats tonight. In control. Is there another goal in this one for Spain? It's not looking likely the way this is going. I don't see Spain scoring a third goal. Zambia really, really chasing this result. But they need to create chances in front of goal. They haven't been able to do that yet. Zambia. Or it's been minimal at least. Very minimal. Amazing. The parades were incredible. Yeah, I love seeing all the footage of the fans outside the stadium and everything. Just the vibe of these games is so much fun too. Nice pass down the right. It is substitute Guerrero who's pushing for Spain and winning the throw-in. Hernandez back for Caldente, and they lose possession. A little bit more wasteful with some of the chances and passes here. And there's a chance, and they could be breaking through here. This is a huge opportunity for Zambia, and a heavy touch could still be on here. Headed forward, not the right option. Spain back in numbers. Zambia, ooh, and that's a late challenge on Hermoso. Tembo with a challenge. Yep, late. Just catching on the calf there. Mariners season. It's a fair point. Who says Spain might be purposely not attacking since they're winning by 2. It's a fair point because they did the same thing against Costa Rica the other day. They did the same thing where they had the lead and they're defending. They're focusing on defense now. So that looks like to be the game plan here, to not necessarily commit too many numbers forward. But Zambia, it just opens the door for Zambia to still get themselves back in this game. It just takes one moment, one chance here. If they can get it back to 2-1 Zambia, we're set up for an exciting finish. Jenny Hermoso. Guerrero. Out to the right-hand side. Navarro, one-on-one. Decent play. Hermoso can shoot. She does. And that's a good save from the keeper. It was probably on wide anyway. But Sakala gets across for the save. Good reflexes. Spain 2, Zambia 0. Plenty of time for a Zambia comeback. Ooh, good chance there, but that header didn't quite work out for Guerrero. Looks like we've got a few people in the chat. We've got a few people. Dom as well, who's not in the chat tonight, but Dom, he's been tuning into many of our live streams here for this tournament. Quite a few viewers in Brisbane who are heading to the game tomorrow, which is good to see. Good to see. Guerrero, back for Albeira. Abelera. Sorry, I keep mispronouncing the names, don't I? Abelera. How many minutes have been played? 66 minutes have been played so far in this match. Spain haven't looked too dangerous for a long time now. They've been relegated to taking long-range shots. Haven't quite threatened Zambia too much. Sakala, the keeper, goes long, looking for that quick release for Banda. Paredes there again to win the header. Spain, a bit more tested in this game in defense compared to the Costa Rica game. But it's good to see Spain very, very solid in defense. That'll be important when it comes to the knockout stage, coming up against some quality opposition. Oh, there's a push in the middle. Banda's gone down. She's looking at the referee, perplexed. I didn't see it. It was off the ball. Banda, the striker, just went flying to the floor, which suggested she'd been pushed somewhere, but it's play on. Spain come forward once again. Their attacks have been breaking down here, Spain. Can they finally get something going here? Again, they're just not committing enough numbers forward here, Spain. They're clearly not interested in scoring a third goal tonight. That much is obvious. That much is obvious. I've been meaning to get down to the Sydney fan festival, the fan festival at Sydney. I've been hearing some good stories. The fan festival in Sydney. Good chase there by Banda. Paredes has had to play that ball out of play. Zambia have a throw-in in a good position. Promising area of the pitch. Cross isn't ideal, but could still be on here. Good use of the body there from Navarro. Very strong. Plays it to Guerrero. Substitutes combining down the right. And through the middle, here's Rodonso, who's barely seen the ball. And Rodonso is going to be in to score a third. That was a bit too easy from Spain. And they have all but secured 3 points and their place in the round of 16. That was too easy there. Zambia sliced apart there. Too easy. Too easy. We were back in a comeback from Zambia. We were back in some goals from the African nation. But how nice was that? There weren't enough defenders back for Zambia. They'd committed too many numbers up the pitch. And finally, Spain decided to go. We haven't seen that too much. A run in behind and Rodonso substitute scores. She's barely touched the ball this half too. Alba Redondo. 3-0. The same scoreline that we saw Costa Rica go down to Spain at. But that was too easy. That was too easy for Spain. And unfortunately for Zambia, that goal just about secures their elimination from this tournament. So it looks like Costa Rica and Zambia, the two nations who will be departing this tournament. And you got to say, it isn't too surprising in this group. We did know that Japan and Spain were the two strong nations in this group. And it looks like they will be topping this one quite easily. Another chance here for Spain. Could they open the floodgates? It's bounced off the post and in by Hermoso for 4. Spain love scoring their goals in quick succession here. They did it against Costa Rica. They're doing it again here against Zambia. Does it count? There's some muted celebrations. Has this one been ruled off? There might be an offside here. Perhaps an offside. It doesn't count. Let's have a look at the replay. I tell you what, it's close. I'll tell you what, that's close. It was Carmona who made the run. Was that offside? Easy goal for Spain, says Julian. Indeed it was. Indeed it was. VAR check is underway here. I think this will be close here. It was Carmona who's going through. She might be on side here. She might well be on side. It's interesting though for Spain they seem to score their goals in really they just go for it. They have like a 5 to 10 minute periods where they just go for it and try to score as many goals as possible. It almost seems to be a strategy that they're going for. Boston says, if Colombia go through, I recommend seeing them. Hey, I'll tell you what, that Colombia could be like a sneaky underdog for this tournament to go far. I'm keen to see how Colombia go in their next couple group stage games. Germany will be tough for Colombia, but you'd imagine they'd get the win against Morocco. I think Colombia will definitely go through from the Group H alongside Germany. Another injury here for Zambia, but the VAR check is still going. And it's almost like the referee is preoccupied with this injury situation. Have we got confirmation of this goal? I think it could well be a goal. I think, to my eyes, I think Carmona was just onside. It'll be interesting to see the lines. Spain are asking the question, could this be number 4? Goal difference could be a big factor in terms of who finishes top in this group, Group C. And the decision is... The referee is saying words. I think it's offside. I think it's offside. Total confusion here, bro. Total confusion. I have no idea what's going on. It's still 3-0, I'm pretty sure. Lockie, top 3 favorite rock bands. Can I just do bands? Is that okay? Oh, wait, no. We're going to come back to that because it is a goal. Oh my gosh. Okay, complete confusion in Auckland. It is a goal. 4-0. 4-0. Jenny Hermoso has a goal. It is indeed a goal. It stands. I thought it did. So here's a look at the replay. Carmona, was being played on side there by Weber, the centre back. Just. I'm keen to see these lines. It's going to be very marginal. Very marginal indeed. Favorite rock bands. My favorite band is the 1975. Arctic Monkeys, The Strokes. Yeah, there's some. Yeah, I don't know whether you can call them all rock bands though. I listen to more pop, I guess, than rock. Throw in for Zambia. So 4-0 down. Zambia with just over 15 minutes to go. Bit of concern here for the Zambia player who went down injured. She's currently being tended to off the pitch. They've got the stretcher out and everything. So fingers crossed she's all okay. Spain is a very dangerous team indeed, Julian. I mean, 4-0 here. They're going to go far in this tournament for sure. Both Spain and Germany have been, for me, the 2 most impressive teams in the competition up to this point. Japan have been good too. Redondo with the ball. She loses it. This could be more than 4 though. There's still 15 minutes to go in regular time. I could easily see a 5th here for Spain. But unfortunately for Zambia, their defense hasn't quite been there at this tournament. They've been outclassed by Japan and Spain so far. But look, have a good chance to get their first goal and win of the tournament against Costa Rica next week. On Monday. A lot of medical staff surrounding this the Zambia defender who's going off injured. She's strapped up in the she's strapped up on the floor. I think it was Muiba, the player who's injured. We hope she's okay. Bit of concern. Meanwhile, Katongo's come off the pitch as well for Zambia. Some fresh legs coming on for the final 15 minutes for the African nation. No worries, Marcus. No worries, Marcus. Hope training went all right for you. That's the wonderful thing about these weeknight streams. We often have people tuning in from following soccer training and all that. Long range strike, well saved there by Sakala. Good hit it was too. That was a heavy shot there from Navarro. So Spain have attacked when they've needed to, got the goals. And I tell you what, I cannot wait to see this Spain side come up against some of the real strong nations at this tournament. I'll tell you what, though, Spain will be favourites in almost any team that they'll face at this tournament. But the Japan game is going to be one that we'll be live for next week, and we'll be watching really intently because Japan definitely have enough to upset Spain. And it's going to be intriguing too because that game's going to dictate potentially who finishes top. Oh, that's a nice ball through. Carmona's in behind. That pass isn't right. It wasn't the right one. And as it stands at the moment, goal difference is the same. Hey, both Japan and Spain have scored the same amount of goals. The goal difference in everything would be exactly the same, which means it would go down to yellow cards, right? Go down to how many cards they have. Which I don't recall Spain having any yellow cards up to this stage. I don't think they had any against Costa Rica. Charlie went for 4-0. That's right. We're bang on at the moment, aren't we, Charlie? Who's playing next after this? Asks Julian. Later tonight. Pardon me. In a few hours' time, it's Canada, Republic of Ireland. Canada, Republic of Ireland. That's kicking off at 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. 8 p.m. local time in Perth. So that's a couple of hours after this one concludes. So we've got a bit of a wait till the next game. But we won't be live for that one. We'll just live for this one today. But we're live for 2 games tomorrow. USA v Netherlands in the morning. And then we are live later on in the evening for the big one, Australia, Nigeria. You're going to want to be there for that one. That's, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts. It would be nice to see Zambia get a goal. Let's see if they can hold on here, though. Carmona's in again for Spain. That's a good challenge at the back, though. But is that a free kick? There is a free kick here. The challenge on Carmona. I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. No free kick. Spencer, sorry, I just missed your question a moment ago. Top 3 A-League Grand Finals. I mean, can I be biased? I mean, legitimate. Like, I have to go this year's Grand Final. Mariners 6-1 will forever live in my memory, man. I'll tell you what, I'll give you my biased answers and then I'll give you my unbiased answers. That one, yeah, obviously the last Grand Final. Second, of course, would be the other Grand Final, the one with the jersey behind me in 2013. And then my third favorite Grand Final, the Mariners have only won 2 Grand Finals. I'll tell you which Grand Final I really enjoyed. The I really, really enjoyed the Melbourne Victory Sydney Grand Final from 2015. Even though it was pretty one-sided, like Melbourne Victory won 3-0. That felt like peak A-League. That's right, Julian. Yes, of course, as we heard today, Mary Fowler is indeed injured, out with concussion, as is Avi Lewick. So 2 players missing for Australia, which is a massive blow. A massive, massive blow for Australia. If I had to pick 3, my top 3 A-League Grand Finals without being biased, I mean, obviously, even though it hurts as a Mariners fan, the Brisbane Mariners Grand Final from 2011 was just incredible. The 2-2 and the win on penalties by Brisbane, from a neutral point of view, would have been insane. I'll tell you what, the Adelaide Wanderers Grand Final was pretty good from 2016. That was a special moment for Adelaide. Long range strike there was well saved. Kundanaji has been very lively today for Zambia. And they're trying from long range now, Zambia, but nothing quite working out for them. I think the last grand final was a good one, though. I don't know about you guys, like the non-Mariners fans. Did you enjoy the 2023 grand final? Mariners winning 6-1? I feel like from a neutral point of view, that would have been an exciting watch. 2011, 2012, 2014 is biased. Of course, the Brisbane era there. Spain almost in again here for number 5, but it ends up in the hands of Sakala, the keeper. Spencer's unbiased A-League Grand Finals 2023, 2011, and 2014. 2014 was good. 2014 was good. Brisbane Wanderers, right? Brisbane Wanderers. All right, Spain down the right-hand side. Is the 5th goal in the works here. Navarro. Zambia making it tricky for them. Hermoso, the ball's rolled through to her. That shot has hit the crossbar. Really should have finished there for Hermoso. She had the far post open. Hermoso has been very good today once again for Spain. Great yesterday, last week rather, in the previous game. Great today. One of the players of the tournament so far, Jenny Hermoso, 2 goals today. She's been great. Jessica says, I did because I hate Melbourne City. I'm a Victory supporter. Fair enough. Ruben says, Eric Pardaloo is forever embedded in my brain. That game really got me into following the A-League and the sport in general. And Spencer said, I have a special connection to the 2014 Grand Final because it was one of the first soccer games I've watched. Wow, there you go. That is special. That's always special, remembering your first game, hey? Aussie says Shane Stefanuto is underrated. What an awesome player. He was a feisty player, very strong player. Loved a strong challenge, did Shane Stefanuto. That's for sure. He was solid. He was good. Shane Stefanuto was good. Always a consistent performer. And was involved in some of those successful days for Brisbane Roar many years ago now. Shane Stefanuto, the former Socceroo too, isn't he? If I remember correctly. Hint of offside here, but going through there. Is that another substitute? Who have I missed here? Oh, Del Castillo's on. Del Castillo's come on for Spain. So, Spain have made all 5 of their substitutions. Not long to go in this game. Despite the scoreline, hey, if you're just tuning in, it's actually been a fun watch. Zambia have been in this game, have been up for this one, and they've looked dangerous at times, but it was always going to be a Spain victory in the end, and they're cruising to the 3 points here now, Spain. Navarro's been good off the bench. This delivery is really, really nice for Redondo, who should finish here. There's a hint of offside, but that's going to be number 5 for Spain. What a delivery. Has the flag gone up? Maybe the flag has gone up. My initial thought was offside. I think the flag is up. Let's have a look at the replay. The cross was good. Ooh. Get the lines out. This is close. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this is an important goal because this could go a long way to deciding if Spain finish top. I want a VAR check on that. I think that's a goal. I think she's in line. What do you guys think? I think Redondo's in line with the last defender there. Right on line. It's a matter of millimeters here with this goal, but it is offside. Is it? The referee's just raised her arm. I don't know if that's to indicate that it was offside. Still, we wait for the decision from VAR. Julian says Spain ripping this defense apart. They are now, aren't they? They really are now. So, and the decision is... I don't have the audio on, so I can't hear what the referee's saying. Did she say goal? Yep, it's a goal. It's number 5. Oh my God, not 54. 5. It's not 54-0. 5-0 to Spain. No offside. Looked like the correct decision. Redondo is just in line with the last defender. And that is 5. And unfortunately for Zambia, that is now 2 consecutive games that they have conceded 5 goals. That's a total goal difference of -10. The delivery was superbly weighted, and Redondo timed her run to perfection. It was bloody close, I'll tell you that. But indeed, Ruben, it is a goal. Well taken too. Well taken too by Redondo, who controlled it and had to finish past the defender and the keeper. And she did it. She did it. Okay. So 5-0, and you know what that means? You know what that goal right there means? It means that Spain lead the group on goal difference by 1, which means all Spain need to do against Japan is draw, and they're finishing top. They don't have to win. They just got to draw. Newy Jets football in the chat. How's it going, mate? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying your Wednesday. So it is a crucial goal for Spain here, who have finally turned it on in this second half after cruising a little bit in the middle part of the game. That's a good delivery by Homo. So they're looking for 6. Will we get 6? Germany had 6 against Morocco. Will that record be broken? Even the substitutes have been fantastic today for Spain. They've got such a strong squad overall. Really, really good. Jessica's biased grand finals, 2007, 2015, 2018. Of course, all Melbourne Victory wins there, aren't they? Few minutes to go here. Spain 5, Zambia 0. We should have a decent chunk of injury time, though. There has been plenty of stoppages in this second half. The first half was like 6 minutes of injury time. This should be like at least 10, if that was 6. In behind is Navarro. This could be 6 here. Navarro looking for Redondo, but it's going to be out for a corner. Well blocked. No worries, Boston. Thanks for tuning in as always. Cheers, Jessica. Hope you guys enjoy your night. Julian's top 3 A-League Grand Finals. Here we go. Actually, we're going to come back to that, Julian. Oh, no, don't worry. I thought that was showing us the offside lines for that previous goal. Top 3 A-League Grand Finals. 2022, of course. Western United win. 2023, the Mariners win. And then the 2015 Grand Final between Victory and Sydney. Yeah, I just liked that one. It was a very high quality Grand Final. And Victory were just so strong back then as well. Cheers, Boston, you too, mate. And that header's almost ended up in the back of the net, but Sakala's done all right. Sakala's done all right tonight. She has made some decent saves here and there. Spain, they're going to end things, if it stands like this, with 6 points and +8 on the goal difference. Japan with 6 points as well, but +7 on the goal difference. So if Japan want to finish top, they'll need to get a win against Spain, which is a tough ask. But the good thing for Spain is it means that even a draw will do against Japan. But Japan are tough, man. They can't switch off Spain. And we've seen here that Zambia have dominated parts of this game, where they've looked forward moving they've looked good moving forward. Long ball down the right, chasing it down. Is she going to get there in the end? She is. Hernandez is going to deliver to the far post. Del Castillo to recover it. How many minutes of injury time? I'm going to say 9. I'm going to call 9 minutes of injury time. We've got 8. Close enough. This game is just a blowout after halftime since Mariners season. Yeah, at halftime it was 2-0, and I was like, "There's Zambia comebacks on. They just need 1 goal, and they're back in it." But yeah, Spain's game plan, it's worked out in the end. They've been in control for the majority of the match. This is a good run down the right-hand side, and it's going to be picked up through the middle. Still they come, Zambia. Is there a consolation goal in the works here? Not today, and that's going to be surely a yellow card on Paredes for the foul on Paredes. Go Colombia, says Boston. Will it be Spain lifting the trophy at the end? Will it be? It could well be. Here's the lines, man. Here's the lines for the offside, and my goodness. She was onside by a couple centimeters there. She was onside. Redondo was onside by... The knee was keeping her... Oh, no, sorry, the toe. The toe of the defender was keeping her onside there. Injury concern here for Abelera, who's on the floor. I think we could probably expect some rotation here in this last game for Spain. They've already made some rotation in this game, but they could make even more. There's a handful of players who still haven't made an appearance yet for Spain. A few defenders. And here we go. We've got the lines for the 4th goal as well. Onside for that one as well. So they are chipping in there with some correct calls. Aussie says, am I the only one that thinks the stream should go on for another 5 or so minutes after the game so we can talk about and react to it? We do often do that. We sometimes do that for the Australia games. More so for the Australia games, obviously, because that's the focus for us here at Coast Football. So, yeah, we'll probably do that tomorrow. I'll stick around for a bit. All right, forward play here. Del Castillo looking for that pass. Cut off. Zambia. Would love to see them get a goal here, man. The flag stayed down. That did look offside. We play on. Free kick, really? For what? Zambia have a free kick in opposition territory. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go until this game wraps up. 5 minutes. Big feast of games coming up tomorrow. Of course, we've got another one later tonight in Republic of Ireland taking on Canada, which will be a huge game. Great game to watch. And then tomorrow morning, USA, Netherlands. We've got Portugal taking on Vietnam. That should be a fun game too. Portugal, I think, will be favourites, but Vietnam, it's a chance for them to pick up some points. And then, of course, we've got Australia, Nigeria tomorrow night. We're going to be live for USA, Netherlands tomorrow. We're also going to be live for Australia, Nigeria. So make sure you join us for those two. Big day on Friday as well. Argentina, South Africa will be live for that one. England, Denmark taking place in Sydney, and then China, Haiti. So some fun games on Friday as well as we close in on match day 3. There's just a few days remaining for match day 2. And the exciting thing is as we get through these second match day games, is that the tables are looking pretty nicely balanced. There's going to be some exciting clashes in the final round of group games. Jenny Hermoso, probably play of the match tonight. Good ball up the top for Navarro, who can't hold on to it. 4.5 minutes. Mariners season, reckon Spain in the grand final. I could see it easily happening too. If I had to pick a grand final based off performances that we've seen so far, Spain, Germany. Spain, Germany. Can definitely see those two meeting at the end. Hermosa just conducting this game, man. She started up top. Second half, she's been shifted back into midfield. Wherever she plays well. Viva España. Couple minutes remaining. Zambia and Costa Rica will be the first nations to be knocked out of the tournament officially. Injury concern here for Del Castillo, the substitute who's not long on the park. She's down holding her head. Did anything happen? We didn't see what happened here. She looks pretty upset. Del Castillo looks pretty upset. The Spanish winger, she's just come on and she looks pretty concerned here. So not what Spain need at the end. An injury right at the end of the match. And with just a few minutes remaining, they're still treating her on the pitch. Potentially an ankle. Who's first in the group, Japan or Spain? It is, based off, thanks to that 5th goal for Spain, they will now be leading the group by 1 goal. By 1 goal. They're ahead just on goal difference by 1. So it's going to be a really intriguing matchup when Japan and Spain meet for that final group stage game next week. It's going to be a really fun watch. You'd imagine it would be Spain who would probably be favourites in that game, but Japan, I think, have shown enough in this tournament to suggest that they could even upset some of the top sides in the competition. So late concern here for Spain. Del Castillo has gone off the pitch with what appears to be an ankle problem. They've been in control for much of this game, but that's not what they want late on here, Spain, an injury. 2 minutes remaining. We might have a couple seconds or minutes added on with that injury to Del Castillo. It's not over for Zambia. They'll be looking for their first goal and win and points to the tournament against Costa Rica next week. And we were talking about it briefly before earlier in the stream, like who would win that game between Costa Rica and Zambia. I'm back in Zambia, man. I'm back in Zambia. From what I've seen of both teams, there's more to be excited about from a Zambia point of view. They just look a bit more dangerous in attack. But I mean, we'll see. I mean, that game could end up being goals galore. Two teams who just can't get through to the knockout stage. This is a good late run here and a long range hit, which is just sailing not too far over the crossbar from Kundananji, who has been one of Zambia's best attacking outlets tonight. Kundananji, that was a good run. That's right, Zambia's goal difference -10, which does not look good. Does not look good at all. -10. Costa Rica's goal difference -5 after a 3-0 loss to Spain and a 2-0 loss to Japan earlier today. Poked through by Hernandez, who's gone down injured. Seconds. Well, we've gone past the allotted injury time here. We are playing added on time here. Guerrero's cross is good, and that was almost number 6. That was a really, really good save. Probably save of the game from Sakala there. Guerrero's delivery was perfectly delivered. And Redondo, that was a good header. She did well to get up to that and direct it with good power, but Sakala, great save. Suddenly, are Spain to win the World Cup? I think they're up there as favourites. I think for me, the final, based off what we've seen so far, I would go Spain-Germany. Spain-Germany for me. So this could well be the final play of the game. Guerrero's delivery for the corner. Straight into the hands of Sakala. It's been a tremendous effort once again by Spain. 5-0. Zambia have just been outclassed today by a stronger opposition, unfortunately. Banda looking for one more chance for Zambia. She's still going here, Banda. Can play it back. Can they get a delivery in before full time? Ball's going out of play. Is there enough time? Excuse me. And that is full time. Spain have got it done in the end. A convincing 5-0 victory. They lead Group C heading into the final round of group matches. Strong win. Strong performance. Really, really impressive stuff. What do you guys make of it? That's absolutely right, Aussie. The winner is hard to predict. I mean, even though for me, like Spain and Germany are up there, we know USA will be strong. Japan could sneak in there. Japan, Australia. I'm still backing Australia to have a decent tournament. Of course, much disappointment for these Zambia players who have really struggled at this tournament, unfortunately. 5-0 against Japan, 5-0 against Spain. Losing both. But look, it's not over for them. They've got a big game against Costa Rica coming up. A good chance for them to get some goals and some points. So, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll be live tomorrow for USA, Netherlands, and then Australia, Nigeria. 2 huge matches tomorrow. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss those two. And I'll catch you guys then. Thanks as always. My name's